participate in hands-on learning research with world-class faculty. Schedule a campus tour today at admission.temple.edu/visit. The holiday season is fast approaching, and the Fresh Grocer of Monument, 4160 Monument Road, will cover all Philadelphia beverage taxable items starting November 3rd to January 4th. This is our gift to you. This offer is for soda, juices, and other family staples. Available only at the Fresh Grocer, 4160 Monument Road.
I'm Carol Riddick, the host of Love and Life. And guess what, family? I will be live. That's right. I can speak with you about the real facts and honest opinions on dating, sexual health, casual and committed relationships. Join me Monday through Thursday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. The conversations will be served on a judgment-free platter and seasoned with unapologetic realness. So join me Monday through Thursday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
We're bringing joy and power to the people. This is WURD Radio, 900 AM and 96.1 FM, WURD, Philadelphia. Celebrating 20 years of progressive Black Talk media. Streaming online at wordradio.com and the WURD Radio app.
Let me tell you something, and don't you ever forget it. Success is nothing without someone you love to share it with.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hello there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life right here on WURD. Welcome to the top of the second hour of Love and Life. Woo, I love it. I love it. So in the first hour, we were sharing about a lot, actually, just about life and all that good stuff. But I shared a clip that a teacher posted. She posted a conversation between her and a parent. And I was asking what you thought and what your opinion was. And I'm grateful. Thank you so much for contributing to that conversation. Just thank you. Thank you so much. I do want to share a few more comments that came in just before we move on. And I introduce you to our exciting guests in this hour. I do want to share the Darren Toms. Hey, Darren. Smitty said, have a blessed night, everybody. Thank you so much for that blessing. We send it right back to you. And Howard Harris shares, that was terrible parenting. But I can't say anymore how angry that made me feel. But I was not raised, nor did I raise a hoodlum. Thank you for that, Howard. Thank you, really. And Sarah, hey there, beautiful. One of my boops. Hey, girly, she shares. Well, hey, girly, right back to you. And Ms. Rosalind shares, all she had to do was look at you and you knew what to do. This is why our babies are not being educated. Parents just don't care. She believes the school is a babysitting place, and it's not fair. It's not fair. Miss Julie shared that she enjoyed caring for her grandson, Nova, this weekend. Oh, I love that name. After listening to the intro of Spidey and his amazing friends, she explained to him that we are not able to keep the same energy around the clock. The superheroes intro, we never tire. I know that's right. I know that's right, Miss Julie. And hey there, Boop, Nicole Boyd Avery. That's one of my longtime friends. We used to play together. We grew up together. So happy to have you join us. She shares, Carol, you know, with us growing up together, we were definitely raised a certain way, totally different from today's time. I agree. I truly do agree. I know that would not have flown. Now, you know, Nikki, you already know. You knew my mother. You hear me? You knew my mother. Gary Bryant is joining us and he's sharing love. Hey there, Gary. Always happy to have you join us. And Eric, I'm so happy to know that you are all right now. I'm taking it that you're all right now. He shares that he was unable to attend the concert over the weekend, so I don't have to beat him with a wet noodle. But I'm happy to know that you are well now. At least I'm going to claim and own and accept that you are well now. Okay. And I hope to see you soon. I truly do. I hope to see you soon. So family, I was sharing with you in this next hour that I have some guests that I want you to know. Now, I will share with you one of them. You already do know. You already do know our beloved, one of our boops. You know, I like to bring my boops back. But in any event, what I will share, the one with whom you are familiar is Future. Future Cain, that is, who is a social, emotional, leadership, and workplace wellness expert, who is the CEO and founder of Future of Cell, an organization geared to bettering workplace culture. You know her. You know that she's an international speaker who's been featured in Forbes and the New York Times. And guess what? She's brought someone with her. She's brought with her the one and only Karen Fleshman. Yes, she has, who is the founder and CEO of Racy Conversations, an organization whose mission is to build and support a community of people committed to love, learning, accountability, and action on race in America. Well, guess what, family? They are both the co-founders of the Interracial Sisterhood Coalition. I like the way that sounds, which is an organization that has a mission to heal the divides between women. And they're visiting with us today to tell us all about it. So, family, I invite you to the conversation with both Future Cain and Karen Fleshman. Hello there, beautifuls. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's what happens when you push the wrong buttons. So happy to have you both join us. Welcome. Welcome.
Hey, how are you?
How are you?
I'm excited to see you and everybody.
I love the lip color, by the way. Love the color.
Thank you.
I love it. Hi, Karen. Welcome.
Hello,
Welcome.
Carol.
Welcome to the space. Welcome to, welcome to love and life right here.
Thank you so much for having us on. And as I was hearing more about your program, I was like, I'm so excited and honored to be here. And maybe you can help me with some of my love life situation or lack thereof.
Oh, heavens to Murgatroyd, Karen. Let's talk. Let's talk. I do want to share that our family members are sending love. Harry shares welcome, ladies. He shares, hey, ladies. And Ms. Roslyn, she's sharing welcome, beautifuls. I know that's right. We welcome all the love, don't we?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We will take it. Hello, hello.
So, ladies, I know, and you know, Future, how fast, how quickly the hour goes by. Please, 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 first tell us, how did you two come together?
Oh, LinkedIn. Okay, so I have a love, not hate, I say, a love curious relationship with LinkedIn. That's what I have.
Wait, I love that. Love curious.
Okay. I'm always like, let me sit over here and just view this for a second to get an understanding. So Karen and I met on LinkedIn years ago when we were just doing this work, right? Everybody,
Okay.
well, I shouldn't say everybody. Some people were speaking up in 2020 after everything happened with Arbery and with George Floyd. And we were just chit-chatting that way in each other's comments. And then we had a call, and then it was because of Dana Brownlee. I don't know if anybody knows her. She is on here. She's a LinkedIn course creator. She's an author. She has worked for Forbes writing before. She's a beautiful being. She has her own company. And it was because of Dana that we're even brought together. And I'll let Karen share how this even happened.
Yes. So I started having interracial sisterhood conversations back in 2017. And I can share a little bit more about what led to this. And I was seeking a really strong co-facilitator partner so that we could do the interracial sisterhood conversations online. This was during the pandemic. We were doing them as in-person events prior to that. And so I'd reached out to Dana and said, hey, Dana, would you like to co-facilitate the Interracial Sisterhood Coalition with me? And she said, no, I don't even have a running partner. She said, I don't like to partner with anyone. That's just my preferred MO. But I do know someone who would be perfect. And she said, Future Cain. And it was like, da-dong, Why hadn't I thought of that? So it was like a match made in heaven
I
to
love that.
connect with Future in that way. And we really complement each other's, I'm Gen X, Future's a millennial, we're both moms, we live in different regions, we have very different origins where we grew up, etc. And so we really complement each other.
I want to apologize first because Karen, I gave a brief introduction of racy conversations. But if you wouldn't mind, would you please, because family, Future is one of our family members, and we know and love Future, and we love you, Karen, but we don't know as much as we would like to know. So I would love to share with our family members, if you don't mind, a little more about you and about racy conversations.
Okay, well, thank you so much. I love to talk about racy conversations. How much do you want to know? But I grew up in an almost entirely white community, learning from my parents and school that racism is terrible, Dr. Martin Luther King is wonderful, and the way to not be racist is to treat everybody the same and be colorblind. But because it was almost entirely white, I never saw my parents actually do that. Meanwhile, I'm seeing very violent images of Black people on television, of LA riots and people overdosing on drugs and things of that nature. So I'm getting all this negative imagery. And at my school as well, they're showing us films designed to that we should say no to drugs, that are basically these very dark depictions of Black people. So as I grow older and start to notice, well, why is there so much racial inequality? My parents say, oh, we used to have terrible racial inequality. Then there was a civil rights movement led by Dr. King, who's wonderful. And now opportunities are distributed equally. And some families like ours choose to work really hard. And that's why we have what we have. And other families choose not to. And that's why they're in the situation that they're in. And had I not had the incredible good fortune to live throughout my life in global majority communities, working for global majority women in organizations that were where I was the minority, where white people were the minority, and I had to figure out how to navigate that space, I think that would still be my understanding of racial inequality. So I got taught by some incredible people why my upbringing, why my understanding was wrong. And then in 2014, it was a combination of Mike Brown and Ferguson, and especially when Darren Wilson wasn't indicted for killing him, and a conversation I had shortly thereafter with two young Black women who graduated from the job training program I used to work for and had gone off to work in tech companies where they were the only Black women. And we sat down over brunch, and I was sharing about how surprised I was about Darren Wilson. And they said to me, "Why are you surprised?" And then we start talking about what it's like for them at these tech companies. They're like, "Listen, we're so grateful for our incomes and our lifestyles, the fact that we're able to remain living in Oakland, but we are bombarded by toxicity every day, a lot of it coming from women who look like you." And that was that moment where I just realized, dang, I've been spending all this time and effort preparing young adults of color for corporate careers. And I thought I was helping them, but I was actually putting them in harm's way. And the people that I should have been focused on this entire time were white people. I needed to reach out to white people, and we needed to change. And that was when I decided to found Racy Conversations and start preparing the workplace for young adults of color, and stop preparing young adults of color for the workplace that wasn't ready for them.
Wow. That's monumental. It really is. I mean, quite honestly, thank you. Thank you is the first thing that comes to mind, because typically, as you said, it is the other way around. We are always being prepared. And And that in and of itself is an imbalance. You know, that's an imbalance, but that's always the way it has been. That's always the way it's been. So thank you for that, for offering, you know, an alternative, for offering the alternative, for being open to it. And I'm curious to know from both of you, do you have, or did you in the beginning, did you have like those hard conversations? Oh wait, Future, you are muted there. Wait, we've got to unmute you. Future, we've got to unmute you. You're muted. I
love it. I want to see what Kieran's going to say on this one. We still have those conversations. We are forever a work in progress. And my view is, if you are human, to err, to learn, to grow, apply, and evolve is a key essential job that we have, and we're blessed to get as we're breathing on this earth. So it is a constant learning, unlearning, calling each other up, crying, holding each other with love, possibly on days like, don't you dare do that. Okay. How did you not know? And we keep going.
You know, the thing that is resonating in my brain is that the both of you said, okay, we came together, like we started having the conversation about forming the Interracial Sisterhood Coalition during COVID, when we were in the height of the pandemic. Now here we are on the heels of what I believe to be the crux of everything happening. We're talking about Black Lives Matter. We're talking about George Floyd. We're talking about so many situations that were at the forefront, that were just, you know, resonating and replaying in everybody's spirit.
Yeah.
How did you like coming together and getting other people to join that conversation? How easy or difficult was that?
I'm going to say Karen is going to go, because Interracial Sisterhood Coalition began first, and then what it's morphed into has been the evolution of our relationship. So I am going to let you go ahead, Karen, on this one.
Yeah. So it started because I'd gone to one of the big Silicon Valley Women in Tech conferences, and I was very underwhelmed. It was panels almost entirely of white women talking about how to ace your technical interview, how to get promoted to manager, basically a very lean in kind of mentality around success in the workplace. And it was March of 2016. We were in the middle of the presidential election. I mean, there were so many things going on, and I just thought it was a really shallow take. So after the November 2016 election, that same conference put out a call for papers, a call for proposals for their speakers the next year. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get a panel of global majority women, non-binary people, trans women, to give these white cis het women some feedback on how we could be better sisters in the workplace. Because that's the conversation I think we really need to be having. So I put together this panel, and it was unbelievable who agreed to be on it. Like Daisy Auger Dominguez, who was head of diversity for Google at the time, Marjane Moore Roberts, who was at Yahoo at the time. All these incredible women agreed to be on the panel. I thought this was a no-brainer, and they promptly rejected it. And then when I saw who they did have, it was all like how to ace your technical interview, how to get promoted to manager. It was the same conversation. And I was like, you know what? I don't need these gatekeepers. I can do this event by myself. So I got us a space, and I brought people together, and it was unbelievable. Like we had like 80 people at that first event. People are hungry to have this conversation. We just need to create the space for it. And we need to make it a welcoming space for all people, because as Future and I talk a lot about, there are, quote, women's spaces that are created and held by white women that become de facto
Yeah.
white women's space because global majority women are not safe in them. And then there's wonderful spaces created by global majority women, Black women, for their healing and growth and sisterhood. And I'm so grateful that occasionally I'm invited into those spaces, but I am like the only white woman who is there. So where's the space where we are all together, but we're
Right.
having a real conversation?
I so appreciate that. I really do. Because, you know, like you said, it's either one or the other. There's one of us in either scenario, or you know, just less than a handful in either scenario. And quite honestly, we won't affect change until those numbers increase. We won't. Family, hey there, I'm talking to you. If you have just joined us, well, welcome to Love and Life with yours truly, Carol Riddick, right here on WURD. I am talking with our beloveds, future Cain and Karen Fleshman, and we are talking about the Interracial Sisterhood Coalition. We've got so much more to share about it, but I just wanted to bring you up to speed just in case you just joined us. You know what we do here. What I do want to share is that Nicole Boyd Avery is sharing, hello, my sisters. Hello. And Howard Harris shares, go word. And Dan Roth shares, my people. I love it. Ms. Viola, hi there. She shares, hello all. And we have a LinkedIn user whose name I do not know because it just reads LinkedIn user, but it reads, hey, future. Hey, Karen. I love it. Some more of our family members are checking in as well. Tracy Cadessa, hi there, beautiful. She shares, gatekeepers are exhausting. Listen, yes. I love it. I love the information that you ladies are sharing, and you have so much more to share. Family, I see the comments that you too are sharing, and we're going to take a short commercial break, but know that the phone lines are always open. And also feel free to continue to comment on our socials because we're going to share them if we get the opportunity to do so. Let me not get myself in a bind. I'm going to do my best to read your comment aloud when we come back. Whatever you do, though, stay with us because we're coming right back.
Attention WURD community. From December 1st through December 31st, we've got a special gift just for you. Sign up for a WURD membership during this exclusive period and enjoy a fabulous 50% off any one item in the WURD online store. That's right. Whether it's a WURD sweater, crew neck is my favorite, or anything else in our store, it's all yours at half price when you become a member this December. Your membership not only unlocks incredible discounts, but it also supports the uplifting Black Talk media you love. It's a win-win, so don't miss out on this limited time offer. Visit wordradio.com and sign up for a membership today.
Meet Amanda. She loves to start her day by heading to her favorite coffee shop.
Morning, Amanda. Black coffee, no sugar.
Then, she usually takes the long way to share a little treat with Coco, Mrs. Lopez's little terrier. And when Amanda arrives to open the Keystone First Wellness and Opportunity Center, Mr. Freeman is always there.
You always on time, Amanda.
Always on time, Mr. Freeman.
Amanda has been a community health educator at Keystone First for over 15 years. She knows this community as well as the community knows her. As a local health plan, we don't only take care of members. For over 35 years, we have known them as neighbors, friends, and family. As Southeastern Pennsylvania's largest medical assistance managed care health plan, our roots run deep. Visit KeystoneFirstPA.com to learn how we can help you get care and stay well.
I love this song! I love nachos.
Loving everything? You might be buzzed.
You know what I'd love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzz warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Why'd you come here?
I'm good shopping.
Get ready! Our 7th annual empowerment experience is coming. Join WURD Radio on Saturday, December 9th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Enon Tabernacle Baptist Church Family Life Center, 2800 West Cheltenham Avenue. in Philadelphia. This year's Empowerment Experience features a live shopping experience on Instagram, presented by All Black Everything Pop-Up. Can't come out to Empowerment? We'll be streaming live on WURD's Instagram account, bringing you an interactive experience where you can chat with vendors about their products and order holiday gifts from the comfort of your home. All Black Everything founder and CEO Mika Johnson will be in person and on air for a compelling conversation about the future of Black digital commerce. If you're an entrepreneur or merchant, you don't want to miss this timely discussion. Interested in vending? Call the station at 215-425-7875 and hit sales for more information, or email sales@wordradio.com. The Empowerment Experience is free. Register and find out more information at wordradio.com/empowerment. The 2023 Empowerment Experience is sponsored by Comcast, Pico, Keystone First, Bank of America, and the Fiddler Club.
What is love?
You're listening to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
I think I know what love is.
Well, hello there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with yours truly, Carol Riddick, right here on WURD. We are talking with none other than future Cain and Karen Fleshman. I do want to share. Our family members are continuing to comment. Eric shares, that's just Rick. He shares, hello, Karen and future. Welcome. Karen, your courage and determination are extremely admirable. It's great to see that you have the desire and capability to embrace such a turbulent topic. Keep on learning and spreading this essential knowledge for all women and races to continue to prosper. I love that. Thank you, Eric, for that. And Joey Dixon is joining us. Hello, brother Joey. He shares one love and jazz to everybody. Thank you so much for that, ladies. I tell you, the time just flies by. You know it does. It does. So I'm curious to know, future. When I was asking the question about, getting people to have this conversation, you alluded to, how the coalition began, and then when you joined. So I'm curious to know what the short-term goal was and what it has become.
Okay. And Karen, come in at any given time. When Karen first started, it was just evening talks.
Okay.
So a couple hours. In the midst of the pandemic and, 2021, Karen and I came together and we did online cohorts. And when we talk about online cohorts, it was up to 20 hours of us sharing space every other week with women to go through these workshops so we could have an understanding of our nation or other nations' history. So that we understand we were communal and then a divide was put in between us. That happened. And then when we did those cohorts, women were saying, we would like to do something in person. So then Karen and I are like, okay, we'll do something in person. So then the Interracial Sisterhood retreat in person, which is happening this December and like next week, essentially, then was birthed and happened. And people are all choosing to go to the retreat.
Okay, you cannot just say that so nonchalantly. We need to know. I mean, so then either the retreat, which is next week. Hello. Listen, we've been talking about virtual, conversations. We want to know. We want to come and get some love too. We want hugs and love. We want to know what the retreat. This is what we need, right, family? Am I right about it? Am I right about it? This is what we need. We need to come together. I need to look at you, Karen. I need to look at you, future, right. And I need to say, come on over here and give me a hug.
Literally.
Because I need it, and I know you need it too.
Yes.
So, Future, watch me beat you with a wet noodle. Talk about something. Yeah, well, you know it's next week. What? Okay, so fill us in, please. When, where, I mean, and how. First of all, I have 10 questions from that alone. Okay, but I'll start with when and where.
Karen, do you want to go ahead?
It is in Miami, Florida, and it's December 14th through the 16th. So next Thursday through Saturday. And when I say Future has incredibly high standards and a huge vision, okay?
I love it. Listen, we deserve the best, Karen. We all do.
That's right.
Overachievers Anonymous over there, like, you know, and me, typical white woman. Well, we don't need to do that. I mean, that seems like it's going to be a whole lot of work. But Future is an incredible negotiator, and she, yes.
Karen, closed mouths don't get fed. That's what they say. That's what they listen. That's what I know to be true, Karen. Come on.
We went to Miami to look for locations. I'd say we were the bridezillas of the Interracial Sisterhood retreat because we went to like 12 hotels. I'm not exaggerating.
Really?
Until we finally walked into the Kimpton Epic and we just knew that hotel. Wow. It's stunning. It's beautiful. And the people who work there are beautiful. They made us feel so welcomed and so seen from the, and you know, we didn't have an appointment. We just literally walked in and they were like, we want to host your event.
See, that's love right there.
Right.
I love the Kimpton hotels though. I love them. All of them. Yes. Great choice, ladies. Great choice. See that, Karen? Come on, Karen. Come on, get on board. Get on board, Karen. This is what we do. And I love that. So wait, I want to make sure because I don't want anything to be lost on any of our family members. Family, I want to make sure you have the dates. Okay. I want to make sure it's December 14th through the 16th in Miami, Florida at the Kimpton Epic Hotel.
That's a piece. And then the other piece is at Quest Workspaces in Miami, which is a woman-owned business. And I know Karen likes to share her information because she should be celebrated too. Do you want to tell them about the Quest Workspace, what she's been able to accomplish?
Yes. So Quest Workspaces is the largest women-owned workspace we think it's in the world. It's definitely in North America. And the manager of their site in Miami is just so entrepreneurial and so like also visionary and wants to create space, wants to invite more people in to experience what it is to work in their beautiful space overlooking the water. It is absolutely stunning.
I'm a water sign. So you say water, I'm there. Okay. I am so there. I do want to share that Trish Lindo, she shares hi Future. Hi, Karen. And hi, Karen Fleshman, Esquire, and Future Cain. It's Joy, the joyful recruiter. So happy to be listening to you. So happy, so happy. And Ms. Roslyn is sharing love with everybody, especially Ms. Viola. Happy new day that the Lord has made to you and your family. Yes. I love it, ladies. I do want to know, is there a website? Is there a phone number? Is there a smoke signal we can send? How do we get additional information? I mean,
okay, go ahead, Karen.
Chat. Interracial Sisterhood Coalition.com.
And here's the thing. We know that many people wanted to come in December, and because it was just too late, or finances, or because there's lots of holidays that are taking place, throughout December. And some people were like, I ain't going to Florida. So, right. In full honesty, though, I get it. And if you go to the website, you could sign up then for our newsletter because we're going to put out a save the date. We will be doing another Interracial Sisterhood retreat in California this summer.
Do we have a month or a date or any idea of?
We have we have June, and because we did not sign on the dotted line and definitely confirm all the details, we can't release them just yet.
That's all right. We will accept that. We will gladly receive that. So what can we expect to experience at the retreat?
Okay. I'll go and then you go too, Karen. I think first what we need to truly sit with and acknowledge is there are many women, one too many women that I talk to who are literally functioning on fumes. And if they drove around to all the gas stations to fill up the tank from all the tank's gas, they would not still be able to fill themselves up enough to get to a half tank of wellness, let alone 100% of wellness. So first and foremost is pouring into our own wellness, to sit with ourselves so that we can acknowledge and be very self-aware of where we are currently at, what is harmful to us, what is helping us, what have we experienced and lived through, and give ourselves an apology and grace to say, I am taking this moment in time to pause. This isn't a conference where I'm running around and I'm supposedly networking with people, but I don't even have time because I don't even have time, let alone to go to the bathroom in this long line. We are peace, joys, ease, and softness mixed with a dose of vulnerability and lots of love, teaspoons and teaspoons and teaspoons of love, because that's what we need. We are sit and journal. Let's sit quietly in affinity spaces and come up with our agreements while also sharing space of what happens if harm does occur. How do we restore the harm? While also having an understanding of putting an action plan together, because we know it's intentional actions, not just words, but actions that is going to have this be a daily practice for all of us to see each other and not harm. Karen, what would you add?
I would add that the guests, the participants, the sisters who are coming are so diverse and so they're coming 30-year-olds, 70-year-olds. They're coming from all different parts of the country. Some of them work in corporations. Some of them are doctors. Some are lawyers. Some work in nonprofits. Some are authors. We have some incredible, incredible, well-known women in this space coming to this event. And just they're all hungry for having this real conversation and really getting at the heart of how do we heal the divides between women. And Future and I talk about, like, first we have to work on ourselves and healing our own trauma, right? Because we we can't be well in our relationship with others until we're right with ourselves, right within.
Right there is so important. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to have interjected, Karen, but that is so important. You're so right about that. And to that point, I was going to ask you, how should we come to the retreat and what mindset?
Wow, that's a great question.
Are you want to go, Karen? Or you want me to?
You go first and then I'll go. Yeah.
I think come with a first. Before we could talk about mindset, I would go with a heart. Okay, because we want to, that's part of white supremacy. We want to intellectualize everything to death, literally, as we give ourselves small paper cuts that is literally bleeding us out slowly. And this is not only the work of your mind, it's the work of your heart. And we want people to come with an open heart, not only loving yourself, but being open to seeing the expansion of another human being that you may not have been given the opportunity to sit and share space with, to hear about their ethnicity, to hear about their culture, to hear about their race, to have an understanding of, I too can see you because I know what it feels like in this place to be a woman, on top of all the other intersectionalities that many of us are then walking around with.
I love that. I love that. Oh, I love that.
Karen, what would you add?
I would add that we are also there to be accountable, right? That we're not just going to open up and share these stories and then depart. But it's really about learning how to apologize, learning how to transform your behaviors so you don't cause harm again. You know, I'm taught, we're meeting this week in affinity spaces. So Future is meeting with the global majority participants, and then I'm meeting with the white sisters to get us prepared to be in this space, to that Black women are even willing to have this conversation with us. The worst thing we could do is inflict further trauma. So we have to come into this space understanding how to relate across difference as equals and not cause that harm, and to really to open ourselves up to learning and transformation and growth and real healing.
I love that. One of our family members is asking, where in California? Where specifically? What part of California in June?
We will likely be in Northern California.
Okay. Oh, I love that too. So I want to make sure I have clarity as well as provide clarity for our family members. So the coalition is titled the Interracial Sisterhood Coalition. But I want to be clear, and I want to be sure that women from all walks of life, from all backgrounds, from every ethnicity are welcome. Every age group, are welcome. I just wanted to put that out there, mention that publicly. I just wanted to state that, just in case, family, just in case anybody had a question. We don't want any questions. We want to make sure that we're providing as much information as possible, and that at its core, that we all come with a healthy heart and an open heart, and that we're willing and open to move forward in a positive way.
Yes,
because that's important too. Because we're not coming together for negativity. We're coming together for to create a healthy space, to create a healthy mindset, to create a healthy relationship going forward. Sherry Wilson Butler, hello there, beautiful, one of our beloved treasures. She asks, will there be an internet connection as well? Will it be virtual? Will any part of the retreat be virtual?
People have asked us that. We are separating the two. So obviously we have something that is very much online. And we know the importance. Nobody is going to try to persuade me into believing that in person with the energy of all beings is better than virtual. Now, I get it. There's a lot of people who are like, I can't come in person for health reasons or financial reasons, or there's a plethora of reasons. And for this in particular, these retreats will always be in person, and in person only, without no hybrid, right? Because it is get the same.
It's important.
You don't get
that's important. You don't. The energy does not translate as clearly or as powerfully. And I'm in agreement with you on that. At this time, it's time for us to take just a short commercial break. Before we go to commercial, though, I do want to say to Sherry Wilson Butler, thank you so much for our beloved Nathaniel Barlow for all of your coaching and teaching, because as a result, he did win the amateur competition at the Apollo. So thank you, beloved. We already know, I've told you, I've shared with you that I believe her to be an angel on earth. So thank you, Sherry Wilson Butler. I love you more than words can express. Family, to that point, I love you too. And you know that because I tell you every single night. But I'm inviting you to join the conversation in the time we have left. Phone lines are still open, and feel free to comment on our socials. But in this moment, we're going to take just a short commercial break, but we will be right back.
Did you know Henry Ossawa Tanner, the first internationally known African-American painter, lived and studied right here in Philadelphia? As the first Black student admitted to the prestigious Pennsylvania Academy of the Fine Arts, Tanner broke barriers with his innovative moving paintings and influenced generations of artists around the world.
To find out more about the efforts to preserve his legacy and North Philadelphia Childhood Home, visit thetannerhouse.org. A message from the Friends of the Tanner House. Attention WURD community. From December 1st through December 31st, we've got a special gift just for you. Sign up for a WURD membership during this exclusive period and enjoy a fabulous 50% off any one item in the WURD online store. That's right. Whether it's a WURD sweater, crew neck is my favorite, or anything else in our store, it's all yours at half price when you become a member this December. Your membership not only unlocks incredible discounts, but it also supports the uplifting Black Talk media you love. It's a win-win, so don't miss out on this limited time offer. Visit wordradio.com and sign up for a membership today.
Every child deserves an education, yet nearly 130 million girls are excluded from the classroom worldwide. Even when girls are in school, many don't receive a quality education. This isn't just a social issue, it's economic. The World Bank estimates gender inequality costs the global economy $160 trillion. Help CARE ensure everyone can go back to school at care.org/backtoschool.
The job search can be a difficult and frustrating process. WURD's Livelihood Initiative was designed to help you find the right opportunity for your next professional move. Check out these recent openings posted on the Livelihood job board at wordworks.com. The Chambers of Commerce for Greater Philadelphia is hiring a research analyst. Penn Community Bank is hiring a customer service representative. For more information on these jobs and others, go to wordworks.com and learn more about the Livelihood Initiative, brought to you by WURD Radio, Progressive Black Talk Media.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hello there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with yours truly, Carol Riddick, right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. So in this hour, we are talking with our beloveds, future Cain and Karen Fleshman. And in case you missed it, we are talking about the Interracial Sisterhood Coalition, specifically and more specifically about the retreats that will take place. There is one coming up in December 14th through the 16th, to be exact, in Miami, Florida. There are two locations, the Kimpton Epic Hotel and the Quest Workspace. If I have that incorrect, please correct me. Family, I have one more question for the ladies before I ask them to share the website with you once again. I would like to know, ladies, aside from the in-person retreats, I forgot to mention the second one. The second one will take place in the summer of 2024. Specifically in June, is that correct? In California. But I mean, I know, just like me, you are going to go to the website and you're going to know more because you'll be keeping up on all the details that the ladies will provide to us. I know you will. So what I would like to know in the time that we have remaining, aside from the in-person retreats, are there or will there be events in the interim that will be virtual events and or in-person events?
Certainly. And one of the things we did not mention is that as we are healing ourselves and healing our relationship with each other, we will also be developing a plan for what we are going to do to heal our workplaces and communities. And one of the most exciting aspects of the retreat is there's women coming from all over the country, but there's clusters coming from specific regions. So we're going to be able to sit with each other and plan, okay, how are we going to take this back to the Bay Area? How are we taking this to Chicago, to Milwaukee, to Denver? How are we going to bring this to fruition? And so we'll be hosting an online supportive community that will also be open to people who did not come to this retreat, but who would like to come to the next one, to support people and hold us to account for bringing these plans to fruition, because we really want to see interracial sisterhood flourish in every part of our country.
I have a question to that. Are any men allowed to attend? I understand the name, but listen, we all need a little help, okay? And we all need some help. Well, for our men who are curious to know, will there be a brunch, a luncheon? Is there anything they can attend? You know, you never know. You never know.
You want to answer, Karen?
Well, Future and I, our cohorts have been for self-identified women. So we're open to all women. We don't exclude anybody. And the in-person events have been, men have come to the in-person events in the past too. You know, I believe that anyone who supports interracial sisterhood, my door is always going to be open to that person. Now, for the retreat, we are really limiting it to self-identified women, because we also want to have that space, that container where we can really be together with each other in that kind of way. But I totally see that we're not going to create interracial sisterhood without support and solidarity from men. And I love men, and men are really struggling right now.
I know. Well, I have a question. When you say self-identifying, is that cisgender or is that self-identifying?
Self-identifying, meaning that anyone who identifies as a woman is welcome in our space.
Okay. All right. Listen, family, now you know we need to know. Because if you ask me, I'm going to say, well, wait now, I forgot to ask that. So I had to make sure, you know, we're trying to touch every single corner.
I hear you.
Here, you know, trying to touch every single corner. So to that point, please, ladies, share once again the website so that we can go to find additional information.
It's the Interracial Sisterhood Coalition.com. And if you're interested in supporting in many different ways, because one of the things I think that we know for sure that men have truly supported is scholarships. Because Karen and I, every single time we do an online cohort or this in-person retreat, we ask financially. We understand that there's a wall gap, and other things have set up barriers for certain people as opposed to other people. So we ask if people need financial assistance, and we give out scholarships each time. And it's not just for global majority women. We have given white women scholarships too. And that's a question. So men, if they want to support, because the wealth gap hasn't impacted them as much as women, we say, hey, if you would like to give, we are gladly open to taking you supporting a piece or a full scholarship for additional person who doesn't have the finances but would like to come. That is another way besides coming to an event, because we don't know when our next one-day event will be with all of the retreats and the online cohorts.
Okay. All right. December 14th through the 16th, ladies. Miami, Florida. The Kimpton Epic Hotel and Quest Workspace. And thanks again to Quest Workspace and to the Kimpton Epic Hotel just for offering your support, for supporting the Interracial Sisterhood Coalition. I'm just happy for you ladies. Just so happy for you. And thank you. Quite honestly, thank you. Because you listen, you know, this is an ongoing conversation. This is an ongoing quest. And just to know that there's effort being put forth to help us get it together, because listen, we need all the help we can get. We do. You do. We do. And thank you, like I said, just for continuing to stay on top of each other. How about that? You know, so that you can help us to come together. Men, don't think I have forgotten about you, because you know I love you. I tell you that I do all the time.
We love you too.
We love you. Okay. That's right. We love you. We do. Okay. But we've got some work to do on ourselves too, so that we can be better to each other and to you.
Right.
How about that? Okay. So don't feel left out. Please don't feel left out. No, don't feel left out, because guess what? We are getting together to better ourselves. You just never know. You just never know. You just might want to send one of us to the retreat, because you just never know. You never know. So to that point, ladies, thank you. I hope you will come back. Quite honestly, I hope you'll come back after the retreat, and you'll bring some more friends, some friends with you to talk with us about the retreat and share with us, for those, who were unable to attend, because, we want to know all about it. I do. I want to know all about it. I want to know all about it. But hopefully you will come back to visit with us. Will you please?
Yes, we'll come back.
I love it. I love it. I love it. In the meantime, ladies, for those of you who missed it, the website is www.interracialsisterhoodcoalition.com. The most recent retreat will take place from December 14th through the 16th in Miami, Florida. You can go to the website to get additional details. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. But I just want to say thank you. Thank you to everybody. How about that? Thank you to you all. And as we begin to close for tonight, ladies, will you hang with us while we close for tonight? You hang with us for a moment?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. So family, let's just all exhale. Let's just all exhale. Just praise God. Praise God, from whom all blessings flow. Just as we wrap tonight's episode, just giving all praise and honor, just for another day, another minute, another hour, just to be. Just to be, you hear me? Just to be able to spend some time, some spirit, some space, some energy, some intention, some attention with one another, and some knowledge too. Because we're all eternally grateful for that. We all are. I know we are. To our guests, both Future and Karen, thank you. Thank you for sharing your time, energy, space, attention, knowledge. Oh, just in spirit. Family, you already know I thank you every single night. I thank you every single night. And tonight's no different. Thank you. Because I wouldn't be here in this space if it weren't for you. Thank you to Niall Jax and to Nick Steptoe for all that you do, because you both know there would be no me without you. Family, I'm going to say it because I say it every single night and because I mean it. I love you. You hear me? But God loves you so much more. Remember that we are all in this together. So be good to you. Be so good to you, but be good to those around you. You hear me? You hear me? All right. Have a great rest of your night. And be sure to join me Monday through Thursday, 7 till 9 p.m. Eastern Time, for another edition of Love and Life, right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. Have a good night, family. I love you. All right.